Hello, Buffalo State College. My name is Jillian Dunkley, and I am reporting live with you at the social hour of Bengal Pause. Today, my show is titled Talented Thursdays. Today, I have the minister of the Spirit Gospel Choir and also my cousin. Talent does run in this family. Today, I have the minister of the Spirit Choir who was participating in the big event that took place yesterday in Rockwell Hall at 7 p.m. called Take Back the Night. It was such a powerful show, and it was based on like domestic violence, sexual violence, and also like it was a support group. Basically, the message was so that everyone could support each other, so no one has to go through these situations. So, Brandon, as the minister of the Spirit Choir, how did you find yourself getting involved?
Well, first, I'm the minister of music of the Spirit Gospel Choir. That just means that I'm the director. I handle all the music relations, the concert, things of that nature. Anything music-wise, I handle that. So I'm not quite a minister, but I'm a minister of music. And Spirit Gospel Choir got involved with Take Back the Night when the artistic director, which is also a good friend of mine, Derek Sherrier, he invited us back to participate in Take Back the Night. Health Promotions and Tammy Kresge, they ask us just about every year that they've been doing it to perform and Take Back the Night, and this is one of the things that we really look forward to every spring semester. So they asked us to get involved again, and we were like, absolutely. So Spirit Gospel Choir, just jumped right on in and performed the song.
Awesome, awesome. Tell us about the song you performed and why you chose that song for the show.
The song that we sang was called Freedom. It's by Eddie James, and the message is just saying that I'm free. Like, that's it. It's a very simple song. Like, I'm not bound to anything. Like, if you're religious or spiritual, God is the one that takes care of everything. So whatever happens to you now, whatever happened to you in the past, like, you have freedom through God, so you don't have to be bound to whatever situation happened. And Take Back the Night is an event that's really focused on domestic violence, sexual abuse, rape, or any just abuse in general, and those things could be really binding. So we wanted to make sure that we sent that message that you don't have to be bound to that anymore. You're free. You got freedom. The song is actually really up-tempo and has a lot of music. It's like a little rock and roll song, but we kind of slowed it down and we made it acoustic with an African drum to really get the message across. People won't really get caught up in performance, but really understand what we're saying.
Right, absolutely. It was such an emotional and very moving song. A lot of people, I looked to my left and my right and I saw a few tears shedding. But Take Back the Night was an event that brought out a lot of students. It was very emotional and heartfelt. It evoked a lot of emotions, and it was just overall a positive event that took place. It was a lot of hard work and talent that was portrayed on the stage. How was the rehearsal practice? How long did this rehearsal go on for?
Take Back the Night rehearsals started about a month ago. I know as far as Spirit's concerned, we started practicing our piece about 3 weeks ago, and Take Back the Night started over a month ago. So planning started well from last semester. Actual rehearsals and getting people together started a good month and a half, maybe even more ago. And it was non-stop right up until the day of. So it took a lot of practice and rehearsal, so I want to commend Derek Sherrier, the artistic director, Tammy Kresge, Health Promotions, everybody that participated in this event, because it took a lot of hard work to put on just an hour-and-a-half show. It took a whole lot of planning.
Yes, it did. Now, I understand that Spirit has an event going on today. Would you like to talk about that?
Absolutely. Spirit Gospel Choir, in collaboration with the Ink Club, is having an open mic tonight, April 5th in Butler 210 at 7:30 p.m. The event is entitled The Spirit of Inkspiration. It's the second annual inspirational open mic. So it's an open mic. It's open to any rappers, poets, dancers. I don't care if you juggle. The only stipulation is it's 100% inspirational. So no cursing, no obscene gestures, no sexually explicit lyrics. But no matter what it is, whatever it is that you do, if it's positive, if it's going to make people feel good, if it's going to make people aware, all we want to do is just support positivity.
And that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, fam, and the Minister of Music, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate
Thanks,
it. And good luck at your event today.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome back. Today on my next segment of Talented Thursdays, I have a student representative of a student designer label who is in the dietetic major and is also a junior. So, with that being said and done, my guest today, his name is Ike. How did you come across this student label?
Well, it was originally formed. It was basically in a room. You know, we just came up with it. We felt like we just wanted to show, you know, like our definition of what we call fresh. You know, and it's basically, the catch to it is that Fresh Dogs is actually is a name brand that we're working on now, and it stands, you know, it's basically for, like, you know, just how people portray men as dogs. So we just wanted to use that in a positive way, you know, just to let people know that, you know, we can still do positive things and we not dogs. So that's basically the main, you know, thing to it, to the name.
Wow, well that's such a innovation, you know, because it's awesome that students, they're actually taking it into their own hands instead of, you know, going into designer stores and spending a lot of money. I mean, if you have it, it's cool, but, you know, being original is also something that's important in today's society. And as a student, I think it's wonderful that, you know, you guys came together and supported each other with that idea. And now it's you know, now you're wearing it. Look at the hat and the shirt. You might want to stand up and, you know, show the label a little bit. Yeah, that's the shirt.
It's
and the
fall. It's part of the fall collection.
Fall collection. And for the spring collection, do you know what we can look forward to?
Yeah, actually, the hat is part of the spring collection. Actually, these just dropped about a week ago.
Wow.
So we actually have women stuff as well. The website is actually on hold. It should be out in a few. So we're working on that as well.
Okay, so if anybody else wanted to, like, you know, support this designer label, can they come up to you and you know, you can give them some information?
Sure. I mean, anybody that's interested, you know, you could go onto the website. It's www.freshdogsclothing.com, or, you know, you could just come to any one of us. I mean, we just, you know, we trying to just do positive things, and if, you know, even if we have to, if you can't buy it, and, you know, we could give you one just to, you know, just to show the love. I mean, that could be done as well.
Wow. Well, thank you, Ike. Well, we have definitely something to look forward to, and Talented Thursdays is definitely more than happy to have you with the new inspiration and new, you know, design for Buffalo State College. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Hello and welcome back to my last segment of Talented Thursdays. My next guest is a multifaceted student. He is a senior in economics and finance who is the president of Alpha Phi Alpha, who has a radio show right next door on 91.3. Tell me, Lindell, what is your show about?
Hello. My show is called Sunday Night Cypher. It's held every Sunday from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. It's a show in which we just recap the weekend. I'd have a couple of student guests in here. We talk about whatever political or even social topics that affects the college community. And then towards the latter half of the show, we put a beat on and we have like a cipher, a rap cipher. So it's pretty fun.
Wow, that's awesome. So as you're on the radio every Sunday from 11 to 1, do you have guests that call in to speak with you about anything?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. I actually do have guests come in all the time. I actually have them call in, but however, I'm not able to put guests on air. So a lot of guests, you know, sometimes we have some heated topics or some battle of the sex debates and guests want to get put on the air, but unfortunately I'm not able to do that. But I just portray whatever the guest said or, you know, the listener said to everyone on the air. I even have listeners tweet or Facebook me what their thoughts are on the topic, and I just let it be known to everybody. So.
Wow, and I was gonna ask, for the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, how did you become nominated for the president? I know it took a lot of hard work.
Oh, that's a good question. I've actually been I was initiated in Alpha Phi Alpha in fall 2009. From there on, I have many positions, such as vice treasurer, treasurer, intake coordinator, and now as my senior year, I took the title as president. I have a lot of other younger initiates, so I'm just trying to show them the way how to do things, how it needs to be done. So when I do graduate and leave, everything will be fine when I leave. So.
Right. So tell me, as with all those accomplishments under your belt, how do you find time to study and, you know, just have time for yourself?
That's a good question. I usually feel like I don't really have much time for myself. I'm usually always busy. Even if you ask my friends, they always say I'm always doing something. But I'm a very active person on campus. I'm an active member in the African American Student Organization. I was formerly on the executive board for that. You know, I'm involved in my fraternity. I have the radio show. Also, with my major, I'm graduating cum laude, and I have a 3.5 GPA. I've been on the dean's list since. So if you just apply yourself in the right ways, I think anything's possible. And I even work. So it's like between everything, wow. I'm usually tired a lot. But regardless, I guess college days swiftly pass. So just making the best of my college opportunity.
So on your radio show, is there a specific audience that you're trying to grasp to?
Not necessarily. I've seen my audience growing more and more as I've had this show. That's actually going to be one of the things I'm going to miss when I do graduate in regards to the show. But the whole thing is just basically, it's just college kid rap and just discussion. So I do have some people from the Buffalo area that do listen, and they listen every week. Thank you for them. And you know, mainly, most of, I say 70 to 75% of my audience right now is usually just college students that's up. You know, a lot of kids who are usually up Sunday nights in the library or studying, they just tend to tune in, because you could tune in on your smartphone, whether Android, BlackBerry, or iPhone, by downloading the app TuneIn Radio, or you can listen online on WBNY.org. So.
Wow, that is amazing, and you know, I congratulate you on all your success.
Appreciate it.
So no problem. So are there any events that people can, you know, see you at that are coming up?
Oh sure. My fraternity, which is called Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, is the first intercollegiate fraternity founded for black college men in 1906 at Cornell University in Ithaca, New York. We have a lot of events on campus. This Friday, actually tomorrow, we're doing a candlelight vigil and walk in conjunction with RHA for Trayvon Martin. It'll start at 7:30 in front of Moore Complex. So definitely come. The first 100 people get candles. We have a little speech about Trayvon Martin, and then from there on, we're going to march from Moore Complex to Rockwell Hall, I believe. And also, one of our bigger events of the year, we throw an annual scholarship pageant called Cabaret, a Miss Black and Gold pageant. That'll be held Saturday, April 28th. Tickets are $25. You can contact us on Twitter at Buffalo_Alphas, on Facebook, Buffalo Alphas, and it'll be held at Banchetti's Banquet Hall, which is 550 North, I think Buffalo, New York, or Amherst, New York, something like that. But.
Wow, they sound like some wonderful events. I know I'll try to get there, you know.
Hope to see you there.
Amen. Well, thank you so much for your time. This was definitely a great, you know, outlet for you to talk. Talented Thursdays definitely brought some talent today. Well, thank you, Lindell, and I congratulate you on all your success. That's my show today. So, Buffalo, I will see you next week, Thursday. Take care.